I made a series a really long time ago. You know, this is Palawan, this is Japan, this is Turkey. I just made videos and no, they weren't great. It was back when I was still very much trying to find who I was as a filmmaker. And I was always asked the question, you know, why hadn't I made a This Is Nanjing video? And I always kind of fluffed around the answer because I don't think I really knew why I hadn't made one. You know, it was somewhere I grew up, spent 5 years in a place, why hadn't I made a video? Surely I'd had enough footage for it. You know, and I think now, after not living there and having completely moved away, I understand why I didn't make that video. It's because when you live somewhere, you have no idea how you're going to be able to capture a city in its entirety, in the way that you see it as your home. Do you take the touristy route and just show the overtly tourist destinations, or do you just show the mundane and hope people understand? It's very hard. There's a lot to China. There's a lot to Nanjing. You know, what do you show? So I decided, you know, let's just go out and see what we can find. You know, I want to be able to show the fact that every couple of minutes, or that's a bit of an exaggeration, every now and then you get stopped and asked for a photo. That's mad, isn't it? That's just bizarre. And that's something that I always, when I think about China, I look back on that aspect of it because it's funny, it's bizarre. I want to be able to show how crammed and crazy it is, but also how quiet it can be, how still things can become. If you'd have asked me to make this video 5 years ago, I don't think I would have captured that. I would have just been like, well, it's always busy. It's always nuts. It's not. There are moments. They are very few and far between, but there are moments. It is scary trying to be able to capture somewhere and do it justice in a video, and I don't even know if I can do it here. But I'm gonna try. It's really odd. It's really odd. I think I've romanticised Nanjing in my head, but then again, who doesn't romanticise their childhoods? I look back at Nanjing with complete and utter fondness. An unadulterated love for Nanjing, honestly. It's mad. Things changed. You know, I got back there and a couple hundred more buildings had been put up, and construction was still underway, and what was once an empty space is now a 4-story apartment block. Things move very quickly anywhere, but in China especially. I think coming back for a short while after being away for a year or so made me realise that, you know, life definitely moves on when you're gone, and things change, and you got to appreciate what you once had. I don't want to turn this into me waxing poetic about life and about Nanjing and about how much I yearn for the past, because that's not what I want this to be. Nanjing was a home that I once lived in, that I love dearly, for all its quirks and its weird moments, how beautiful it could be, and I genuinely, with all of my heart, miss it. But I'm glad that I can go back on the odd occasion and witness what I used to be surrounded by, and then appreciate that from afar when I leave. I don't know, this may still not have done it justice, but to me, this is Nanjing. This is where I used to call home.